Clouds have begun to increase here across the capital city. 43 degrees right now with a south wind at 10 miles per hour. It really was quite a lovely start to the day. Beautiful morning out there, a lot of sun, nice temperatures as well. Hope everybody enjoyed this weekend as well. How warm was it for February? And of course, we had a big game yesterday, so I hope you all enjoyed that as well. Here's our developing nor'easter down across the deep south right now. You've got sort of two components to this storm. This is the center of the storm, and this is where you're starting to see that cold air on the northern fringe kind of wrapping back in, but a lot of moisture getting scooped up from the Gulf of Mexico and right up the eastern seaboard. This will come as we head into late tonight. As we take a look right now, still seeing a lot of sun icons out here, but yes, our reporting stations have a little bit of trouble when you get that really thin veiled layer of cloud cover picking that up, but it's starting to thicken up. So you see a few locations going to start to see that cloud cover pop up. Actually, our TF Green location, probably a little bit better than the other ones. They're picking up on that cloud cover. It's still 50 degrees in Norwood. Again, it was a pretty mild day out there and a rather nice one, but things are going to start to go downhill as we head into tonight. Here come the clouds starting to thicken up a little bit, especially for South County as we head towards the midnight hour. You're starting to see some green on the screen encroaching here down across Long Island, and that's maybe what we're going to see to start this storm. Again, this storm is running into a lot of warm air in place. It's been very warm the last couple of days. And we're really not going to see, even once we start to see this change over to snow, there you can see some white. It's going to take a while for this to stick. It's good news for anybody that has to head out very early tomorrow, but things do go downhill quick. Notice how quickly you start to see those heavier bands of snow working in here. Once you get those heavy bands coming in, 1, 2, 3 inches an hour, that will be enough to overcome any warm ground temperatures, and that's when things really start to deteriorate out on the roadways here. Now, this is trending a little bit colder, so much so that we have seen, again, the entire area have winter storm warnings issued for them, including Cape Cod and the islands. Now, we're watching the track of this low, and we throw the benchmark in here because that's very important to track as to exactly what this storm is going to do. So yes, we are now cold enough everywhere to see snow. But if we start getting too far south of the benchmark, what you're going to go from is the optimal track that this would take to get all the cold air and the maximum amount of moisture that's closer to the center of low pressure. And then you're going to start trending towards, yes, like I said, all snow, but less moisture to work with. And that could mean the fishes wind up getting the bullseye of snow. We'll look at the GFS and the Euro here. I just want to show you the minor differences here. Euro, little bit further southward, all snow, but less moisture to work with. The GFS, though, that's a bullseye for us. And this certainly looks like a southern New England special here. I think if you're going up north to places like Boston, you may not wind up seeing as much with this storm. We're going to go 3 to 6 for them, Worcester, central and northern Massachusetts. Our area does look like a general 6 to 12 for the entire area. And as Tiffany mentioned before, it has been a while since we've had one of these good old, foot storms. So this would certainly be nice for snow lovers. We've got a high wind warning for Cape Cod and the islands. That's where some wind gusts could be over 50 miles per hour. We will be watching the potential for power outages, though, for everybody when you factor in that wet snow that's coming down. And again, we talked about this briefly at the top. The northeast wind coming in. Rhode Island, parts of southeast Mass get kind of protected over towards Buzzards Bay. You get protected from that northeast wind, but that's going to drive that water into Cape Cod Bay here, Nantucket Sound, places like that. So we do have coastal flood warnings for them. We will clear this out tomorrow night, and we'll have a nice quiet Valentine's Day. A little chilly out there for those candy hearts, a little blustery as well, as the wind will still be hanging on. So again, late rain, snow tonight. This is going to be well after midnight that we would see anything in terms of snow. We may start as rain by about 2, 3 a.m., especially down in South County. Not a whole lot going on the rest of the 7-day forecast. Temperatures will be seasonally chilly through next week. We do have a little wave of rain and snow showers that comes through Thursday night into early Friday morning, and then another wave of that on Saturday. Not looking like we would see any accumulation out of this, maybe a coating to an inch type of a deal. So all eyes, of course, Tiffany, are going to be focused on this storm as we take you through it. Stay with ABC6 for all the latest.